Hey everyone, welcome to the Naked Famous Denim live stream. My name is Garrett. I'm joined with Mr. Terry here today. We've got a great show lined up for you today. Of course, we're going to be answering your questions. We're going to be going over some raw denim related topics. We got a very interesting snack time that I'm quite excited about, and I really want to taste it actually. I've been looking forward to it. And much more. So you're going to definitely want to stick around till the very end. Don't forget to hit that like button. I see some people have already hit the like button, so thank you very much if you've already done that.
Salute you.
Yes.
I salute you.
And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I do look at the statistics. I noticed that a large percentage of viewers are not subscribed, which always is very shocking to me, because to me this seems like a club, you know? Like if you're watching this, you're in the club.
Yeah.
So
it's free, people.
It's free. Join the club.
It's free.
Subscribe to the channel and get lots of great denim content straight into your eyeballs and your ear holes for free. Okay, Terry. Let's see who's in the chat here. Who's joining us?
All right, we'll just kind of swoop in real deep and talk to all of our friends over here. Of course, we got our buddy Solvents from Scotland. And we have BD.
He says he lost 50 pounds. Congratulations.
He lost 50 pounds. I got the classic jean lover thing. You lost 50 pounds. You're feeling great. Now you gotta buy your jeans again.
50 pounds is a lot. That's a huge achievement.
It is a huge achievement there.
That's great.
So yeah, size 36 has gone way down. He fits sample size now, I bet.
Or less.
Or less. Yeah, keep an eye on that. So congratulations, Solvents. Our boy BD from down in Ontario, Canadian Paint, of course, Super Dave. And yeah, Right W5 from Birmingham, and I saw several names from Australia. I'm seeing more and more Australian customers.
That's good. We love our Australian cousins.
We do love our Australian cousins again. And then I'm going to share another piece of
trivia. A lot of Commonwealth in the chat, actually.
It is a lot of Commonwealth. Yeah,
Interesting.
They must have heard the King's speech. Yeah, another little bit of trivia. I just feel like a little bit more closer connected to my Australian friends because my sister-in-law does work at the embassy. And I get all the dirty deets on like what's going on behind closed doors, or maybe not like
behind closed doors down under.
Yeah, behind closed doors down under and stuff like that. Special like Marmite delegations and diplomats doing Tim Tam Slams and all that type of stuff. Yes, it is good to see all of our friends over there. A big thank you to everyone there, and of course, I love seeing the familiar faces.
All right, so we got some people in the chat. By the way, so if you're new to this, you can put a question in the chat. We'll do our best to answer it. Sometimes the chat goes pretty fast. We might not see your question, so you can always re-ask the question. We also have usually I put a little Instagram story. You can go there and leave a question if you can't make it for the live show, and we'll do our best to answer those as well. And enjoy. What are you drinking today, Terry?
We'll do a little quick drink check over here. I'm drinking the AG1. No, I was about to make a joke that we're sponsored by AG1. We are not sponsored by AG1.
Thank God. We're sponsored by you guys, by the way.
We are sponsored
Brought to you by viewers like you.
By the viewers. I'm actually drinking Guru. Of course, this is a Montreal company. Just down the street from us, they make organic energy drinks. And I'm getting like the caffeine fix over here. Plus all the other I'm sure essential...
pomegranate flavor.
Yeah. Essential nutrients, vitamins, and magic minerals, electrolytes.
I am drinking something that's not from down the road. It's from the other side of the planet. And I can't read it. What does it say? Hata? That's the brand?
Oh, yeah, this is Ramune.
Just says Ramune.
Yeah.
So this is, if you don't know, Ramune, this is, what flavor is this?
It's lychee.
Lychee?
You can see the anthropomorphized...
It's kind of like a dragon tie.
Yeah, anthropomorphic lychee on the front over there.
And if you look in the top here, you'll see this little marble. So people call them marble pops. And there's a marble that goes on the top. We talked about it last time, but you push the marble down, and then now you can get the drink out. And yeah, this is a little Japanese soda. There's only a few drops left, actually.
You can't chug it. It's a patient man's drink.
I might have to have another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't tried one of these, go to your local Chinese, Japanese, or Korean grocery store, and they are probably going to have these.
It's fun.
Yeah, fun for everybody.
Oh, we got another one. We got Zach over there in the chat also having a Ramune there, so you guys are
good man. Everyone should be drinking Ramunes with us.
Soda there.
Save your Ramunes for Thursdays, and you crack open a cold one.
come to think about it, I think soda's a big theme for people in the Naked Famous team there. I know Brandon's a big soda
We love
file.
soda.
Bay's at bananas for soda. He's a big soda
I don't
man.
say I'm a soda addict, but I do enjoy a good soda.
I like a fizzy drink.
Or, you know what? I went to a place on the weekend. I don't want to get too off track. We're going to get your questions real quick.
Yeah.
But real quick,
6 minutes in.
I was at Walensky's on the weekend, which is kind of old school Montreal place.
Walensky's.
And they do like soda fountain there. So you can go there and
still
get like...
live?
Yeah. They still do soda fountain. You can get like cherry soda.
I thought
and
they
all
just
kind
had
of
like
that.
bologna sandwiches.
And it's cheap. It's like $1 or $2 for like a soda fountain. They even
Yeah.
do the one with the milk mix in, which had the vanilla Coke milk soda,
They do
like
malts?
egg cream.
They do malts.
They do, I think.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
They're old. It's cool.
Yeah,
Anyways,
malts
okay.
and pops.
Let's answer a few guys' questions here in the chats. Brandon asks, "Have you guys ever hemmed post soak?" I will say I always hem post soak or post wash. So I'll tell you how I size. I think someone asked a similar question recently on Instagram or in the comment or something. What I personally like to do, and this is just me. Not saying you should do it. I'm not recommending. This is not official advice. But me, personally, what I do is, since I have access to all the jeans here, I'll go and I'll grab a bunch. And I try them all on, and I find the one that fits good.
Yeah.
And then I walk out of my office, and I go see Tammy. And I give a fit check from Tammy. I'm like, Tammy, are these fitting good?
Yeah,
and she'll either give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down. And if I get the thumbs up and I like the fit...
She doesn't hold back.
Then what I do is I will buy one size up from that. So let's say I'm wearing the 30, and the 30 looks really good. I buy the 31, and then I take it straight home that night, turn it inside out, I hot wash it, and then I throw it in the dryer and dry it. So this is not official advice, because this can damage your patch, it can damage your jeans, but I torture test all the stuff, and I torture test it also for you guys, right? As for science. And so what that 31 does, it shrinks down a little bit. Maybe not all the way to a 30.
Yeah,
it's going to shrink down a little bit. And I don't mind things being a little bit looser.
Yeah.
And so that's how I personally do. And then I bring it back to work, and then I get hemmed the next day.
Yeah.
So
I guess for someone who's not afraid of like messing up and burning a pair of jeans, or for I guess like the real like. You call yourself like, I guess, like an extreme pro level jean wearer.
I'd say this is like endgame jean wearing, where it's like
the end game.
You have like the guy who just got into it, who read some random Reddit guy's comment saying like, you can't wash them, you can't soak them, you can't do anything for the first 6 months or else they'll explode. And then you wash them, and then they shrink a whole bunch, and you had them hemmed or whatever, and now they're shorter than you want them to be.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that. I'm not afraid of washing in any way. I'm not afraid of soaking. I'm pro wash. There's nothing wrong with a wash.
You are very much on record.
Even though I have no wash pairs, which are cool, it's a cool thing to do, but washing your jeans is not going to ruin them.
No.
And I like to give them a little bit of shrinkage, so that way I can hem them accurately, and then I don't have to worry about them getting too short, which has happened to me once before, and it traumatized me. Never again.
yeah. You got the flood pants.
You learn from your mistakes.
You could have had flood pants there.
They're still wearable. They're just a little on the short side.
Yeah, so like, that's the fun thing, I guess. If you have like a lot of jeans, or if you're like Garrett says, end game denim enthusiast there, and then I guess kind of go for that. But yeah, basically our advice is wear them, wash them, then cut them.
Brandon Moss says, Brandon Ballesteros, where's Big Vince at? I'm not sure, but I think he's at home right now. What's your favorite hem style?
I can tell you.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I guess maybe not hem style, but like maybe like cup style. It could be like cup style.
How to cuff it?
Yeah.
I like just a good old single cuff.
Yeah, you're a single cuff there. I'm super wishy-washy, so I don't hem my jeans no matter how long they are. If they're too long, I'll have them stacked up just because I like to have like all those options. I sometimes will even change throughout the day. So today I showed up at the office. I was wearing my jeans stacked, and now I have like a single cuff there with a little bit of stack as well. I saw a Bezat in Japan with like a pretty well fitted pair of jeans which had like a cuff and a stack, which I kind of like the look of. So,
cuff and a stack. I think I could do it with just a thumb?
Yeah, you can. I'm sure. There you
Okay,
go. There
just
you
one
go. There you go.
Get that.
Yeah, we don't have a great record for like not spilling drinks on this channel. So
I did it.
There we
Just
go.
one thumb.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So quick question. Actually, Kirk, your question caught my eye. What happened to the Tat+Yoko Spotify mix channel? I was going to say it got schizophrenic and ran off or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do that anymore, to be honest, because
It was wild.
it was too weird.
It got really weird.
Also, I think Jovan forgot to keep updating it.
I think it's like some of these projects you got to really like kind of keep circling back and like really keep up on it, or else stuff will get forgotten.
And I think also people are just trolling. Like people just are like, oh, what's the weirdest song I know that I can put in there?
That's going to be like you open.
Like, was
something
anybody actually listening to the playlist, or were people just adding to it? That's a question I got. Was anybody really listening to it? Seriously.
I think Jovan listened to the tracks when you put them in there.
Yeah, he's probably like, what is going on?
He doesn't complain, he's a little bit understated there.
Yeah.
But there's some funny songs there. That's just how things go when you open stuff up to the wide world. People want to have some lulls. And you know what? I don't think that's a bad idea to have some
People
lulls.
were trying to add 30-minute long ambient tracks.
I mean, it's okay, if you work in the office for, 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever. But, yeah.
Okay, so Brandon Moss, it says he's getting his King of Slub 2's hemmed post-soak and want to account for whiskers length loss as well. Any tips? No, he's up.
Right over here. Yeah, so Brandon, getting a King of Slub 2 hemmed post-soak, and I want to account for whiskers length loss as well. Any tips?
I don't know what... There's not gonna... The whiskers are not gonna...
Yeah, maybe if you wore them a lot already.
Yeah, if you wore them a lot unsoaked...
Yeah, and
then there is something that can happen. It's rare, but sometimes if they do shrink enough, your fades might shift. You know what I mean? Like
sounds geological.
The creases are now longer in the correct place, and then the creases change, and then you have two different.
I kind of like that. I would like to try that. It's like when you wear jeans for a long time, and then you go for like you go for the raw hem and you throw it out there and you can select the kind of the fade lines where like the hem usually folded over.
The roping.
It's kind of like a halfway between style story.
I'm not sure how to answer your question, Brandon. Yeah. It's I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah, wash them, then cut them. That's what we'll say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, wow. Zach's also drinking his peach Ramune.
Yeah,
very good. I don't know. This question. Pop.
Yeah, I think we're talking about our drinks back over there. I did see Monkey. Some people ask, Monkey, they're asking, what shirt is this? I will talk about my shirt over here. I got to talk about the product over here. This is
what are you wearing?
A lower shirt over here. I have the skeletons in the pale color. I think it's officially called...
Skeletons Pale Blue.
Skeletons Pale Blue. So this is a Rayon shirt. It is so like...
So drapey.
Yeah, extremely drapey.
Wicks away your sweat real nice.
Yeah, I feel like you're wearing nothing at all. Mm-hmm. I got the Mr. Bone edition. I thought I would kind of pair it up with a different shirt. I was wearing
it. It looks good.
I was wearing I got the Fox Fiber for Wonder Looper. Thanks, guys. You know what? I see a little bit of brown in here, so I thought I might try the brown shirt. I'm really kind of pleased how it came out. So I think this will be my combo. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the brown T-shirt with the Mr. Bones pale blue edition.
I also like to wear my Aloha shirt with like a tank top, so it's a little bit lower cut. Well. It's a little more summery vibe. Stay cool.
Yeah, I think you'd pull off the tank top. We'll try and get that there.
Wow, Thomas says his Sakura Selvedge were too big. They're currently boiling on a stove pot for 30 minutes and soaking for 4 hours. I don't think soaking for 4 hours is going to do anything extra. Then putting in the dryer. I don't know about the patch is going to... I don't think oiling the patch is going to bring it back to life, but we'll see.
That sounds genuinely interesting, like he's making Jean soup.
Jean soup. The pot's going to be very blue, I feel.
Yeah, if this doesn't do it, nothing will. Yeah, nothing will. This is like, we talk about like the dryer, the hot wash and dryer as a nuclear treatment. Like this is like the Armageddon treatment.
Yeah, boiling your jeans.
For half an hour, like a rolling boil.
Yeah.
Imagine like blue bubbles coming up the top.
It's probably not going to like, it's not going to destroy it. It's just, I don't know.
It would sanitize them.
It'll be clean. They'll
definitely
be very
sanitized.
clean.
Definitely sanitized.
Do we have Godzilla updates? Should we share another Godzilla gene?
Yeah, the boys were looking at some of the artwork there, and
What's the next one? Which one did we show? What's next?
Did we
in
do
the list?
Did we do the Robo?
I don't think we showed the Mecha Godzilla.
I don't
yet.
think we showed off the flashers.
Who's next in order?
Completely.
We did this one last, right?
I think we did that one last.
Did we?
Chat will let us know.
Chat. Which
What was the
Godzilla
last
did
Godzilla
we
we
show
showed off?
last? It's hard because we are seeing them every day. We get confused.
Yeah. What the last Godzilla that we showed off? Because we have a pile over here.
What Godzilla?
Ghidorah, someone says.
Ghidorah. Okay, so I think we can do
I mean, the Burning
Godzilla next.
Burning.
You guys want to do Burning Godzilla?
Godzilla.
We already did the OG.
Yeah, OG
one.
we did for sure.
We already did that one.
So yeah, maybe it's time for the Burning.
Burning? Right in the chat, Burning. Give us a like if you want to see the Burning Godzilla.
Burning.
Hit the like button.
Feel the burn.
Feel the burn.
Okay.
Okay, alright.
Oh yeah. The gorilla whale. Yes,
See,
that is
somebody
correct.
knows.
That is correct. Oh man. Excellent.
Okay, so here in my hot little hands, ha 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 ha, because it's burning, get it?
Yes.
I have the Burning Godzilla Selvedge. Doo 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 doo. Here it is. 20 ounces of Japanese raw denim goodness. The first thing that pops out is that super cool patch that you can see him burning on the inside. He's burning from the inside out. This Godzilla is a little smoky action too. And then of course we're going to see that up on this fine leather patch. The red. I think that's so cool. You can kind of see the fire going on.
I'm looking at it really close up. You can see the weft clearly. Yeah. All the colors.
Did we say we're going to change the stitching on this one?
There, we put it up to vote. I'm not too sure what's happening. This the one with the sample stitches on it?
No. That was the one we showed off last time. That was the Gojira. That's when we're going to change.
Yeah, that was the Ghidorah. Yeah, excuse us.
Yeah. But this one, you guys want to see the inside, don't you? That's where the magic happens.
This one's got crazy weft.
Okay. So as on the outside, you can see here, there's kind of something showing through. You can see the yellow and the red, but then, boom, when you see the inside, look at that red, yellow weft. It kind of reminds, it looks like video game fire.
It does kind of look
to me, which I do love. Like, that is just so nice, so cool. And then,
pocket bags.
The pocket bags. We have all the movie posters. Well, not all, but a whole bunch of them. All over print on the pocket bags. And I will say, this print, it's not like a plasticky print where, like, your legs are going to get sweaty.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so it's quite nice. It's not something that is going to, like, not breathe. The pocket bags are going to breathe just fine, so you don't have to worry about it being, like, sticky or rubbery or anything like that. Let's take a look at the Selvedge, because I know the Selvedge on this one is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. The shiny red Selvedge. So it's like a white and then a metallic red. Is it going to focus?
Not focusing the best over here.
We need to get a new camera. Brandon, if you're watching this...
Yeah, new camera.
We need to get a new camera. Everyone send emails to Brandon at nakedfamousdenim.com. Say, we need a new camera for the live stream.
Show the chat what camera we're using right now?
We can just tell them it's a Logitech POS.
I just put the selfie mode on this phone and see if it shows up. That's the camera.
It's an okay camera for, like, if you were just, doing Teams meetings or Slack meetings or whatever. But for this, we could have better, I think. You guys deserve better.
Yeah.
But look at that Selvedge and that weft. Oh, so good. So cool, right? Can you imagine? Let's just try to do an actual
like
cuff.
a big cuff, yeah. That's a stiff fabric over there.
It's quite stiff and heavy, this 20 ounce, so it doesn't really want to, it's not.
Yeah, but once you're there, it's going to hold.
It's going to hold, but look at that. You can imagine walking down the street with that? Boom. That's going to be so cool.
That's gnarly.
I think, this is going to be a little bit debatable, a little bit of a hot take. I think this is the coolest weft of the Godzilla collection. I think it's hard to say that it's not the coolest
I
one.
can't really remember doing a weft like this with such like variation in color
Right?
and flame and stuff.
Out of the Godzillas, though, I think it's the coolest.
It makes me want to do like other jeans of a similar style, like a burning like both different colors, you know?
Is it my favorite? It's a good question. Is it the coolest weft?
Possibly.
Yes, I think it is the coolest weft. If I had to pick one for myself, we will see.
Yeah.
We'll announce that at a later date. I think Terry, he's got one that he's got his eyes on.
I've
one that
already had
eyes
my
on.
I had my favorite from the moment I found out what color it was. I'm gonna stick to that. But I have to say burning is number 2 for me. It's number 2. The number 2 is on fire over here. So yeah, glad you guys do like that over there. Yes. So that's a quick little Gods update. We have the flashers. That's the biggest update for us. The flashers are now in, and they have a little bit of a sheen. Like we definitely kind of like gone all out. And another thing, the Godzilla. Someone talked about the tag on the inside. It is exclusive to the.
Oh yeah, I didn't show the tag.
Yeah, so all of our collab jeans have like special tags.
The multi-brand woven
really
label.
like them.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, it gives like an extra premium look to the pair.
Yeah.
It's really
And there is also another Godzilla label right there.
Yeah. This is legitimate. No night market, counterfeit special. Like we paid the guy the money. This is official license.
It's official license, of course.
100%, the real deal.
It's not Godzilla spelt different.
yeah, not the Godzilla. It's like maybe something else. It's like the Frogzilla or something like that.
Yeah.
The frog whale.
Oh, okay. All right. Do we have any questions here? Will you make macaroni and cheese Selvedge? That's a possibility.
Mac and cheese.
We do have the milk jeans, and milk and cheese are kind of like similar.
I also just like saying mac and cheese because it sounds
I love
cool.
mac and cheese.
Yeah.
What if they
gets
smelled
mac
like
and
cheese? Scratch and sniff, cheese edition.
People get into fights over mac and cheese. Are you a baker? Do you bake the mac and cheese after, like au gratin?
I'll do both. Why not? I like both.
I think I think the non-baked is objectively better, but
but the baked is just on the top. It doesn't really affect.
I know it's just
bottom.
on the top. I guess I could it changes the texture of like the sauce on the inside. I don't know.
What? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't grow up with the baked stuff, so I'm just not used to it. Although
I think baking it's a little more premium because it takes more time, more effort.
it's definitely like
You have a texture change.
It's a value add. Would you like to bake that for $5 extra? Your macaroni and cheese?
Not necessarily, but like if you just went to like at a restaurant, if
Yeah.
it was not baked, it would seem a little bit cheaper. No.
Yeah. They need it might be like I just put a blue box on the table.
They put a little like little breadcrumbs on there or some what are those the Japanese breadcrumbs?
Panko.
Yeah, you guys want to know something crazy? Look it up. They cook panko with electricity.
I heard about this.
They don't cook it in the oven. What they do is they put dough in this like special mold, and then they just flow current through it, like electricity.
Fry it.
And it cooks
Power.
because of the electricity, not because of like the heat. I don't know. Look it up, and it's very interesting.
So every time you make like panko, you can say unlimited power.
Man, the allergies right now.
It is a kind of a gnarly season. I have some pills upstairs, but
I already took one this morning.
all right, get more pills.
I took one this morning, but
Yeah. And also, Kafan brings up a good point there. Like, how come we haven't made a Poutine Jean of all things? Like all like the bagel jeans. There is a Montreal bagel / was it Nike or Adidas?
it was Nike.
The same Viator Nike edition with like the sesame seeds on and everything.
Yeah, I remember I was out and I saw the lineup for them. I don't know. I'm just not into sneakers.
We're not sneakerheads there too, but the idea of the collaboration is like classic Montreal, like iconic things.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to choose between bagels, smoked meat, or Poutine jeans, which of those three would you choose?
Smoked meat or poutine? I think I would go for poutines. I want an Ashton's Naked Famous Denim collaboration.
From Quebec City, the Ashton. Yeah, I probably
we talked
have
about
to
this
choose,
last time, but
yeah, we did talk about Ashton last time because we're crazy for it. But I think I would choose like the Poutine. As much as I love.
Thing is, it doesn't really make sense to do a poutine collab because it's like doing a sandwich collaboration.
Well, then
like,
you just call it the Poutine.
It's like doing a pizza collaboration. Like I guess you could do like a Pizza Hut or like a Domino's. If we do a Domino's collaboration, we eat Domino's a lot here. We just ate Domino's like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, they got us. We have them on speed dial.
Actually, I was talking to Chris today, and I was like, I wonder if they have an account with my name on it, and it shows like how much I've spent. I'm sure it's over $1,000.
Company pizza, yeah.
spent a lot of money on pizza.
Yeah, we're gonna follow that Cheeseburger Jeans Montreal Bagel versus New York Bagel. That would be a great matchup. I like blood has been spilt over this fight.
Okay.
Right.
What else do we have, Terry, to show off here?
We actually have. So before the stream, I did a little bit of looking for some show and tell stuff here. Did a little bit of lost and found. So I scoured the building for some cool artifacts to show you guys. So I got a couple of knickknacks. I have some old stock. I have some odds and ends I'd like to share with you guys over here.
Some odds and sods.
And then it's some things you've seen before that I just want to talk about again. So I should just jump right into that right away.
Yes, but wait.
Oh, yeah, no.
We got one little update.
But first, you guys have been talking about this. You've been talking
People
about
have been asking about the MIJs, and I know one person specifically asked if there's going to be an MIJ restock. So the answer is no, but yes. So depending on what MIJ you're talking about, the MIJ 12, the green cast, the one that you're wearing right now, will not be restocked.
It's gone.
No more. The MIJ 10, which is the Okayama Spirit, will be restocked. And it's probably going to be, I'm going to guess, August, maybe September, early fall, winter. It is basically on the way. So that is going to be coming.
On the boat.
Any other MIJs like the MIJ, I don't know what else is on the website, MIJ 9 or something?
We still have a couple of Super Guide 9s.
No more of those. But we do have a new MIJ coming. So it's not really a restock, but we do have a release coming. MIJ 14, which is a lightweight.
So close.
8.6 ounces. So very summer weight, very comfortable. Beautiful little nep. We're probably I don't know, 2 weeks out or something. We haven't set an official date for it, but we're close to the MIJ. So if you're waiting for an MIJ, it's going to be coming, and it's also going to be coming in the Heritage jacket. I forget, did we make this in strong? No strong guy for this one.
Not yet. The one after is going to be.
No strong guy for this. It's going to be super weird, easy, true guy.
Heritage jacket.
And Heritage jacket. No strong guy. Strong guy is going to be coming for the following one, the MIJ. Actually, no, sorry, not. I'm getting MIJ 15 also coming. I don't know when it's going to be here exactly, but probably start during the summer, which is going to be the very fancy. We haven't talked about it in a long time.
The deluxe.
The deluxe natural indigo. Hand-dyed, Tokushima hand-dyed, intangible cultural heritage treasure / kakishibu dye weft.
Yes.
So that's going to be coming sometime this summer too.
Yes.
Like we said, it's going to be one of the more pricey ones, but we're keeping the price basically at the same price as the last intangible cultural heritage, blah, 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 blah. So MIJs, are they restocking? No, but the MIJ 10 is yes, but more MIJs coming.
14's very soon.
The MIJ 16, I know we're talking about a lot of the heavyweight one, which we showed. I don't know if I have it here. I don't have one right here, but I showed it off last time with the strong guy.
We did show it off.
It's going to be coming in super weird, easy, true, strong guy and jacket, and they're basically starting cutting on it right now. So it's going into production, and then it's going to be sewn, and it should be on its way for fall as well. So lots of MIJs. Brace yourselves.
MIJ season coming. Speaking of bracing yourself, we have a rough for the 14s, rough price point-ish. What do you think?
Oh, I looked it up before. Send us an email.
Send us an email.
I don't know if
or wait around 2 weeks ish.
I think I talked about it on a previous episode, to be honest. But if not, send us an email, and we can get Vinny will reply to you with the exact price.
Yeah, we don't want to be quoting like a wrong price over here. Get someone's hopes up or down, and then have tears on Thursday morning at 11 a.m. because it will be Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Just which Thursday morning at 11 a.m.
Someone says they're $1,000. Cat. The 15, the MIJ 15 intangible cultural heritage, natural indigo dyed. / kakishibu, I think they're going to be around $850 US. They're around the 800 mark, which is the same as the last pair and the same as the one before.
Yeah. These ones are a crazy deluxe pair.
Yeah, and which is great because with everything, prices and everything going up, we were able to keep the price down. I think because there was a few reasons, but we were able to keep the price the same.
Yeah, for those ones.
And you're actually getting more because you're getting the natural indigo by the kakishibu, so you're getting
not just kakishibu.
You're getting kind of a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, Terry, what was the cool old stuff you wanted to show?
Yeah, okay, so there we go.
You want
I'm
to
going to
show
jump
this
right
one
over
first?
there. And yes, a little bit of trivia. The 13s did come out before the 12s.
Is true.
It is true. It is true. The 13s all
But you know what we didn't do? It's not like we're pulling an Apple and like skipping numbers.
No, we don't do that.
We're not going to skip numbers.
Yeah. Unless it's number 4.
The 13s came out before the 12s, but it was just because of timing. It's just how it goes.
One boat was faster than the other. What can you do?
Yeah.
Screaming across the Pacific Ocean, hit like I don't know.
Some waves and jumped over
hit some waves.
Island.
Took a circlet like Point Nemo or something.
Okay.
Like anyway, so I want to talk a little bit about some stuff that I pulled out from here in the Naked and Famous Denim headquarters. So one of these couple of odds and ends I found interesting. I'm going to share a little extra details with you guys. Some of which have like a few things which I haven't talked about before. So I'm going to start off with this.
Condition.
This one's a really good one. Maybe the best one we have. It's a shuttle from a shuttle loom. So you guys have probably seen these before. But I got a little bit of extra to talk about on this one. So this is the shuttle from a shuttle loom. These are used to weave.
If it wasn't for this, you wouldn't have your jeans.
Yes. You'll see in the video coming up in a bit.
Yeah.
In the next little while, all these things flying back and forth. But basically, these will weave the weft part of your jeans that they kind of slide through the warp fibers that are kind of going up and down and then back and forth at great and terrible speeds. And I want to show off the fact that it has this little I forgot the name just now.
The weft yarn. Oh,
yeah,
it's like a bobbin?
Yeah, the bobbin there.
I don't know if this is technically called a bobbin, but it
has a special name.
It might have an even more special name. I don't know.
Spindle or bindle. Anyway,
but basically it's a bobbin.
These things drop in and out. It only has like, if you see there, like, oh, that's not a lot of...
That's not a lot of yarn.
That's not a lot of yarn, and you'd be right. It is not a lot of yarn. So these things are constantly swapping out. It's like kind of like these magazines getting popped out. So pop that one out, Garrett. Show the people. I did it before.
I don't want to break it.
Yeah,
this one's kind of like in there.
I did it once before the video, so it shouldn't be broken.
Some of them are a little easier to pop. Like I have this one.
Yeah, there we go. It pops right out like that, and you have like your yarn woven around here, and it just flies out. And it just reloads. They got different styles.
This one pops out easier.
Yeah. So it kind of just goes in super quick.
Whoop, there we go.
And reloads. And this is just for the weft. Okay? This is just for the weft there.
There you go. And so you'll see this guy like on a little side part of the machine going like bzz, 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 and he gets loaded up. And then it drops down, gets put inside, and then once one gets like runs out, the next shuttle will like pop in and replace it.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then start going across, and then you'll see. I don't have an example right here. Maybe I can check on this one.
A little break in the selvage.
Not a break, but a little
tuft, a little.
Yeah, you'll see it more and more on heavyweight jeans, because heavyweight jeans, just less yarn can fit on that bobbin. But you'll see here like little string coming off there. That's the shuttle change. So if you ever get your jeans, some people send us emails. They're like, hey, I got my jeans. They fit great. But look, there's a little defect on it. There's a little thread that's like poking off the selvage. We get this email like at least once a week. Don't worry. It's a feature, not a bug.
Yeah, it's not a bug. It is a feature.
It's the shuttle change. And if you flip your whole jeans inside out, you'll see
a whole bunch
every few inches you'll see one of these little threads poking off, and that's when that little guy
it's a great
changes.
sign. It really is like actual proof that your jeans are made on a shuttle loom. Mm-hmm. So these things have like these metal tips on them, and they are flying back and forth. And today I was giving my next door neighbor basically a little tour of the factory, and he actually went to trade school for way back in the day, trade school for textiles, and he told me that he had a classmate who got hit in the head by one of these and died.
Tell us, that's the whole story?
That's the story. This died. That's it. He died.
Yeah, because when it goes back and forth...
You killed him on the spot.
It goes really fast. It's almost so fast that you can't see it.
Yeah.
If you go to my Instagram, the Wizard of 32OZ.
Yeah.
Wizard of 32OZ. I'll just type it in the chat so you guys can...
Yeah, Wizard of 32... OZ as an ounce.
Yeah, let me put the little @ sign so you guys don't get confused.
There we go.
So if you go to that on Instagram and you go to the Reels section of my account and scroll down a little bit, you'll see a reel I made of the shuttle looms, all in slow motion.
Yes.
And so you can see you can see that shuttle going to one side, and then there's a little thing that like taps it and it goes back to the other side, and then there's a little thing a little mallet, and it taps it, and you can see it moving back and forth, and then you can see the loom like opening the shed and then closing, and then like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like
that.
wobbling up and down.
And then you can see what's the basically there's a piece also that goes and like pushes the weft up,
kind of snugs it up.
Snugs it up.
Yeah. I did not go to trade school for this.
I forget the name.
I do not know the proper terms.
Not shedding. There's a name for that pushing up effect. But anyways, you can see it in the video. It's pretty cool.
So I just thought it was just a multi-part piece there. And yes, this is an important part of your Selvedge denim. Watch out for these.
Yeah, look at that tip.
Yeah. Okay.
That would hurt. If that flew off there.
Dead.
I just don't understand why it would fly out of the loom. It's like...
Oh man, if it'd been running like, for like
this is some like
7
Final Destination stuff going on.
I can imagine like the amount of power and like these machines are just going like all day after day, year after year.
This one's a little different. It's got a smaller metal tip on it. It's
maybe
got a different shape.
Maybe you already hit a guy. It's kind of like it's got the
it's
battle
like
damage on it.
Different machine, I guess.
There are different looms, different speeds.
Yeah.
I think the metal tip is for the high speed one. Yeah, so just a little show and tell for some stuff that got around here. I got some other cool like archive items, some inspiration over there, kind of going there.
What are people asking in the chat here?
People, they demand samples.
Oh, when is the fall winter 25 preview coming out? Usually we put it out in the middle of the summertime ish. I guess you guys are really excited. Maybe what I can do is for you guys, I can set it to it. It is actually considered, it's unlisted right now. You can view it, but no one has the link. So maybe what I can do for the next episode is you guys tune in again, and I'll share you guys the link.
We'll drop the link. The unpublished link.
Unpublished link. Don't tell anybody else. You guys can have early access to the video.
Yeah, you have to ask them if they were.
Don't leave any comments.
Don't leave any comments. Our view counter's just going to spike up and like, it must have been us.
It's fine. We won't make it public, but we'll let you guys watch the video. How about that? Does that sound like a good deal?
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fun.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
That way you guys can watch it early.
I want to go in there right now and just like write first on it.
I think I already liked the video.
Oh, you already liked it? Gotta write on our first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be pretty fun. And then, yes, you can see about the new elephant we talked about.
Yes. Okay, cool. What else? This thing is really catching my eye here. Switching gears.
This one is a time sink like you wouldn't believe.
I haven't seen this. Where did you find this?
I dug deep, baby. I dug deep. It's got bookmarks in it here, so show them the child.
Okay, before I even show you what do you guys think this is?
Show them the child.
What do you think this book is? Without seeing the text. Best guess down in the chat.
Best guess is what that book is.
Who can guess it correct first? Wow. Oh, hold on.
Oh no. Okay, we're good.
What an interesting. I feel like you can date a book by like the typeface. Like to me, this looks very of a certain era.
Yeah, it is of a very specific era, but it's not like the oldest one. It's why it's kind of interesting. Someone's already got it.
Yes. Wow, you guys are good.
You guys are drinking from the same.
You're correct.
Yeah.
It is a Sears, Roebuck & Co. catalog.
Is this a
R.I.P. Sears.
R.I.P. Sears.
So wait, can you tell people what Sears is?
Sears was it's a department store, was it not?
Yeah, for the people who don't know. Yeah,
so if you're a Zoomer and you're watching us, Sears was the department store, so a store of stores, and that's how they kind of died. But they were born like this giant like mail-in has everything company, and they had a lot of like they kind of like the house brands before house brands were things.
It was like Walmart, but like they had no physical location. You would get a catalog.
Yeah.
and then like once a year or maybe twice a year, you would go through the entire catalog and order everything that you needed for that year, and like pray that you got the sizing right.
Yeah, if you're like a farmer there, living on the farm there, you gotta buy like all the kids like stuff, and they would have everything. Everything.
Like Walmart.
Everything a modern family would possibly need.
Oh, did you bookmark some sections?
Someone else already bookmarked them, so I want to dive in and look at this.
Okay, let's see who bookmarked this.
So we like these books over here because they have a lot of inspiration for us in terms of like, the denim world and the retro clothing world is kind of like one and the same. This definitely smells like an old book.
Look at this jacket down here. It's almost kind of like a... It's funny because I know modern reproductions that kind of look like this. This looks almost like a Mac jacket. No way.
There was a receipt here.
This looks it's not, but it almost looks like an A1 jacket, an A1 style.
Look how it's advertised as artificial leather, even back then.
Really?
Yes. It's actually advertised as artificial leather.
Got a receipt for...
50.
50 something.
50.
These are cool looking jackets. Okay, what's this other...
Yeah.
What's this other... Oh, this is like a babies section.
Oh my god, they bookmarked the baby section.
The baby dolls.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe a kid was looking through this. Interesting.
Children can't read.
I saw a watches section. We should have bookmarked it better.
They have everything. They have like
they have color rugs.
Yeah, so this is not the super old like
this
150-year-old like mega series. I feel like this is it pre-war or just post-war? I feel like 1930s ish.
It probably has a date in the front. Let's find out. But it has color.
Is that a fabric sample? It is.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Comes with the fabric sample.
Actual fabric sample.
Actual.
Real fabric. Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
So you can. It's like, oh, you want to buy this curtains? There you go.
Them drapes.
I do like these actually. It's quite nice.
Yeah, so it got color and stuff. So yeah, it should date us. But so I found this really cool. There, we have like a ton of this reference material. A lot of Japanese fashion magazines.
Oh, it says 1932.
Bonus 1 point for Gryffindor over here. It's absolutely my feeling over here. Kind of like right pre-war.
So this is like Depression.
Just about.
Just the
beginning.
The
beginning of the Depression.
I always like to look for the guns section.
Yeah, you go straight to the gun section.
And then I'm just mad because I'm like, look at all these these shoes are so cool.
Yeah.
Look at these sick shoes. These are like $1,000 today.
Do you think this is an original catalog?
I don't know.
It has a fabric sample.
Looks pretty.
Are we holding a 100-year-old catalog here, people? Maybe.
I think it is because like they probably wouldn't do a repro with a fabric. Oh, let's go back to those sweet pants.
Sure.
Yo, I heard you guys like the strong guy.
You like the
Somebody
strong
else
guy.
was wearing them 100 years ago. Everyone was wearing the strong guy. That was the fit. There was no super guy, easy
high
guy.
Rise.
Everything's high rise, strong guy, or nothing. So you think you're a hipster? Wow, look how cool this guy looks. Doesn't that make you want overalls? He looks so cool in that mega cuff. Look at that. Oh, and the chore coat for $1.
$1. I'd buy that for $1.
A lined chore coat for $1. Oh, and the Hercules overalls, $1.10. Look how far we've fallen. Oh, this is just so cool. I don't want to... I hope you guys aren't bored.
He's going to sit there and read a book on
I just want
on live stream.
Read a book on the live stream.
This is really caught it. So yeah, I saw this in the store somewhere. So we looked at the other catalog before, like, ad nauseum.
You can get pistons.
Pistons
and rings. Piston
rings. Yeah.
There you go.
Are you suffering from a lack of compression? Are you feeling uncompressed? Yeah, so
I haven't found the gun section.
If you can find one of these, or like a reproduction, they do make a lot of reproductions of these. That's a lot of fun.
Oh, pens.
Oh man.
Those. Oh, and the watches.
The color inserts.
Those are some cool looking watches.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's interesting though? Look at these watches. The orientation is different. The 12 is like where the 9 would normally be.
So
like all the watches are vertical. Like they're rotated counterclockwise 90 degrees.
Oh, that's kind of
See
weird.
what I mean? Can you see?
Maybe it's a watch nerd. Cause I'm sure there's watch nerds out there who can tell us.
Yeah, I guess that was just the way they told. It was the fashion at the time.
It was the style at the time.
You know, get it? The time.
Anyway, that was a catalog.
We should have bookmarked the gun section. That's the best part. Maybe they didn't have any.
This is the baby edition.
Anyways. Oh, what's this? How to figure parcel post charges. That's cool. They have like a little...
Yeah, this looks like a New England style northeast there.
So if you want to know how much it costs to send your postage, figure out which zone you're in.
Fascinating, eh?
That's so cool.
This one's really struck a chord with Garrett over here.
I love these things, but
somebody says, right, W5 says driver's watch.
Oh, here we go.
Here
we go. The best section.
You found the shot.
I just tore a page slightly.
That's a priceless artifact.
I'm ruining it. Oh, we're in the rugby section, or the football.
It's between the piston rings and the football.
Here we go. We got, so cool. The side-by-side section. How much for a Remington? Oh, 24 bucks. Kind of expensive, actually, considering back then. And then we got the side-by-sides. The Fox Sterlingworth double-barrel shotgun. Pretty expensive, actually. $40.
Yeah.
Kind of a lot.
$40 goes a long way back then, I'm sure.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, and they have single shots. That's cool, too. Anyways, they have pistol section?
He's just looking to get like fully equipped.
No, they don't. They
There's
got an ammo section. Anyways, there you go.
That was a big win. That was a big win.
This is a cool thing. Like, whip this out at a party. Assuming you have people like us at your party.
Yeah. First dates,
First dates, be like, yo,
nice fancy restaurants.
Want to know how much this cost in 1932?
Yeah, someone says hourly wage about 50 cents. So yeah, that's quite a lot of hours you got to work to get you that side by side.
Yeah, true. I wonder if it's cheaper today than it was back then.
Then again, if you want to buy like a $2,000, I mean, people don't make $2,000 that fast either. So.
Yeah, but the thing also you have to remember is like those were all handmade back then with the hand engraving and all that. So like, I wonder if they were better quality, or maybe worse. They may be worse quality.
I've heard like the metal's not as strong and stuff like that. Some Damascus barrels, etc., etc.
Damascus barrels. I mean, crazy.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, we got like the inflation calculator over there. Yeah, 933. So
that's pretty spot on, actually.
Yeah.
$50.
Fair.
Although I wouldn't say you're getting a top tier. You're getting a pretty decent.
It's a Sears gun. Yeah, this is not exactly like Beretta or those like old European brands.
You can get an old Beretta for that much.
These days. Anyway, so I thought you guys might like that. I know Garrett loves that one. He's like loves it.
Yeah,
the
that's
bits.
so cool.
So that's pretty cool there. I'm gonna jump in the chat a little bit longer for somewhere.
And then we have other stuff to look at too. There's some other things that are just like staring at me. I want to.
Yeah, you just want to talk about some knickknacks over here. Yeah,
it's so hot in here right now.
Yeah, you should wear one of these. Wear this shirt and cool off. There you go. Okay, so yes, that's right. So we talked about the catalog over here. Denim work shirts. People have mentioned that before.
Yes, the denim work shirts are coming.
They're coming. Okay, great.
They're not going to be rigid though. Like the rigid for denim, they're not going to be like that crispy. No, I wouldn't call them like rigid. They're still like shirts.
Yeah, not like left hand twirl.
You can still fade them too, but they're not going to be. They're not like gonna. They're not that rigid.
Yeah, not like a short coat, like a left-hand twirl short coat. That's something else. Elephant S, or the stretch elephants, are they coming back? No, they're dead. They died. They got buried.
You had your chance.
They died.
And they didn't sell as well as we would have liked. I mean, they all sold, but...
yeah, we sold them all there, but it's all
it's one of those things where it's like, if we have limited resources,
and
limited time, limited everything, and we want to make the stuff that people want the most.
Yeah, it was.
And if something sits on the shelf for a little too long, we know that it's maybe not the right thing to make. So we're gonna try to prioritize things that are going to be big hits that people are gonna really want. You know?
Yeah, I heard back in the day it was also quite a difficult fabric to make too. So
yeah, stretch and heavy stretch selvage. I know like we make a lot of it, but making stretch and selvage it's not an easy task.
Not easy.
Even though it seems like, oh, whatever, just do it. It's not an easy thing.
Yeah. Okay. Keep on going down. The Hudson Bay also dead.
Not dead yet. Almost dead.
Pretty dead. I was actually 2 weeks ago. My wife and I were at like the mall.
Nice.
And we saw that it was closing down. Thought we might go check it out, and we saw they were selling everything, and I mean everything. They're selling like the clothes off their backs.
Oh yeah, what'd you buy?
And then my wife and I, we picked up some actual like some clothing racks.
How do you do
Furniture. So they had a whole section of like first of all, they had like a giant corner of mannequins, which was not spooky at all.
Could you buy them?
You could buy them. They were for sale. Everything
how much
sale.
For a mannequin?
Mannequins started at $75.
Not bad.
Not bad. And they had all types. You had the basic plastic ones. You had like the posable ones. You had the ones with like the soft chest and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they everything was for sale. Everything that you'd see like in a department store, like they were selling it out there. And we picked up 2 like iron pipe / wood like clothing racks there. You know, kind of like the retro hipster looking ones. Mm-hmm. And we walked out the door with 2 of them for $175. Threw them straight into the truck.
I think it's a good deal.
It was a great deal. The guy's like, yeah, so like, do you want him? He's like, I'll take him right now. I was like, okay, good, sold, $175, get him out of here. So I felt like a looter.
Start the car.
Yeah, people were there, like, you know, the show was already bare, like, you could tell, like, it was a dying store, and, like there was a corpse, and, like, the vultures were picking at, like, its gooey insides.
You went to the downtown one, or where'd you go?
This was the West Island, west of Montreal, so it's a suburban shopping
You go to the Rockland one, they still got a lot of inventory there.
Yeah, no one's going to the Rockland Center. I'm not going to start either, so. Yeah, so yes, I picked over the rotting corpse of the Bay, and I got
you know what I saw there? They had 3 guitars, electric guitars. Oh. And they're probably made in China ones, but they were $150 each, and I was like, ooh.
$150, man.
I could just get one of these and screw around with it, you know? Could be fun.
Yeah.
But that also could be a slippery slope to $3,000 guitars, which I could see
man.
happening very
quickly.
I
could see 100% happen. Oh, okay, all the Sears is not dead. The last ones are still alive in California.
Well, I think they're fully dead in Canada.
Oh yeah, Sears Canada has died.
Yeah, and for good reason. I went into a Sears probably 6 or 7 years ago, and it was depressing. Mm-hmm. Like the ceiling tiles had stains. That's when you know a store is about to go to business, is when you look up at the ceiling. Like if they haven't been taking care of the ceiling, you know that it's not going good.
Like an old smoking bar or something like that.
Yeah, if the ceiling is like yellow and has like water stains and like, you know, it's just like maybe some ceiling tiles missing or like chunks of the ceiling tile missing, it's the days are numbered.
Yeah. I'm going to carefully answer the question. Steven asked, I saw this question pop up several times. Someone's talking a natural indigo by Fox Fiber MIJ is a match made in heaven. I would agree. Okay, Garrett, do you stretch out your engineer boots?
Kind of, yeah.
You're John Lofton?
Working on it. I should put them on right now. Where are they? Are they at home? They're at home.
He has so many boots he loses track of where he puts them.
They're at home. They're not here right now.
Okay.
I had a big photo shoot today, so I had to. You know what shoe I wore today?
I know the one, the New Balance.
I'll show the other one. It's in worse condition.
Oh god.
This is the shoe I was wearing today. My New Balance 990 V5 dad shoe. This shoe has seen a lot. You can see it's got a lot of miles on it. Quite worn. The heel is disappearing. But these are, if you want the most comfortable shoe that you actually need to like walk around on concrete a lot, this is the shoe. I know it doesn't look good. It's not a very cool shoe, but your feet will thank you. But to answer your question, yeah, I'm stretching them out. I do have kind of wide feet. They're not crazy wide, but they're not pointed. They're more like shaped like, I don't know, like they're kind of squared off at the end, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I do have to kind of like stretch out. Like I'm at E width. So depending on the last shape, yeah, my toes have to do a little bit, and the ball of my foot and the toes have to do a little stretching, and toes aren't very good at stretching. shoes out. So
there's just a lot of narrow shoe last out there. What's up with that? What's up with that?
They just it's big shoe.
Yeah. Big shoe is trying to keep our feet small. That's what I'm saying.
It's true.
Trying to squeeze our feet.
Yeah. Luckily, leather does eventually stretch out, but
yes,
you know, I've been wearing them around the office for like a month now, on and off, just trying to like slowly
living.
stretch them out. Because you don't want to. If you try to stretch out a shoe too fast, you end up just breaking in your foot, which has happened to me. I had a pair of Doc Martens. I tried to stretch them out.
I remember those. Yeah, you got them.
No, not those. This was way before. This was a long time ago. And I was like, people were like, yeah, you just got to stretch them out. Just lock in. Just do it. Like, just be a man. In. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. And then I broke in my toe. My baby toe fell asleep for a year. It was numb. I had no feeling in my baby toe.
You got nerve damage.
Yeah, from Doc Martens. So don't buy Doc Martens. Don't. It's not worth it.
It's going to give you nerve
It's
damage.
not even good quality leather or nothing. You're just going to hurt your feet, potentially permanently, and you're going to regret it. Luckily, my toe recovered. I now have feeling in my toe.
The only other person I know who like lost feeling in their feet like got it during like field exercises in the military because he spent like a week out in the bush.
Well, I was just trying to break in a
You
pair
were
of
wearing
Doc
like
Martens.
luxury footwear.
Yeah, they were expensive.
Luxury footwear.
Yeah. I like Nick's boots too. I've never had a Nick's boot, but I know they're quite similar to like Whites and Wescos and JKs, and they all make really good boots. The problem though is like I know Nick's boots are like extra heavy duty, like extra thick, and like I don't mind a heavy boot, but I draw the line. There's at a point for me it gets to become like too heavy, too thick, too stiff, where it's like just too heavy, not necessary for me. Yeah. Anyways,
there we go.
We've talked about all my boots before.
Naked and Jacob Grubb asked, when is the Naked Famous / One Looper collab coming? I would argue that it's like been there since the beginning. Yeah, it's like the collab is that, I guess. I mean,
it already happened.
Yeah.
Like it didn't happen, but I mean.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like for example, I'd be looking for like an elephant, like One Looper shirt, or like.
I feel like it's almost. I would like that idea, but it's almost like. Why?
Yeah. It's a hard one to do. I guess like
what would we do?
I mean, we message Bezad not every day, but like still very frequently. As super best buddies, we hang out with him and stuff like that. And like I love hanging out. And I had so much fun with Bezad and Risa in Japan.
Yeah, they need to come visit. Bezad, Risa, if you're watching us.
Yeah. Don't
come visit us. We miss you.
Yeah, don't skip out of Montreal and hang out in Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto's boring. Montreal's cool.
Yeah. Come back to Montreal.
Emerson says, Garrett, try Zero's Engineers, good for wide. Yeah, I do know about them. They have some wacky lasts, like some real like turned up toes on their engineer boots. But the thing is, they're in Japan, and they're not so easy to get over here. Maybe I don't know if they have a location in Tokyo to try out. But for me, like I've shown it off before, like the last. We talked about this last time, but we got the MP toe on the Wesco Boss. Mm-hmm. This is a little bit more pointed. Here, I'll show the bottom. So, like, this can work for my foot, but it's not ideal. But the Wesco Boss toe, like the standard Boss toe, is, like, a lot wider. It's got a bump toe. This is really, like, nicer for wide feet. Like, if you got a wide foot, this is a D-width boot, and I was able to stretch it out. You can see it's stretched out a little bit here on the sides. But, yeah, the toe shape is just, like... so much better. This is not as hype though. People don't find this as like cool, in the engineer boot world.
It's tough.
But honestly, I'm a convert. I'm all about the Boss toe now.
The boot there. We're gonna shake it up a little bit here. Good question from Canadian Penny. Is there any other fabric that gets as much love as denim? Like a single style of fabric that gets as much love? With that much variation. I mean, definitely not in our company. I mean, we have some really cool shirting fabrics, but it's
in the world.
Yeah, like some kind of twill or like
plain weave.
Oh, I guess plain. Like you could say plain weave, like that. Yeah, maybe.
But does it get love?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it really gets love.
No, I think denims are really like to think that there's this whole community built around a type of twill.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a twill, you know, or a collection of twills. That's wild, or what that meant, you know. So I don't really think so. I mean, like they're big. I mean, like there's plain weaves, there's loops, and there's jacquards, and there's silk shirts, and
I don't know. I don't think so. I think the answer to the question is no. I think denim is the number one fabric. That's why we're all here, right?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. So I mean, like duck canvas, of course, is like, you know, the first cousin of denim.
Yeah, but who cares about canvas?
Yeah.
No one's like, I love canvas.
Well, maybe
you know,
the Carhartt guys or something there.
Like canvas head.
Yeah, the canvas head.
What would you rhyme that with?
Canvas head. Canvas.
I feel like you gotta have a C or a K sound. Canvas kids.
Those canvas kids.
I don't know.
The canvas crowd.
The Carhartt NPCs.
Yeah, the Carhartt NPCs. Yeah.
Kafan asks, what do you think of the brand attractions? I do like the brand attractions. I used to have a pair of attractions, but I sold them. However, last time I went to attraction, actually no, second last time I went. Usually every time I go to Japan, I'll go to the shop just because it's in Harajuku and we're always around Harajuku. Terry, you were there actually.
I was there.
You went to attractions. Well, I met the guy who owns attractions. Really nice guy. But for some reason, they didn't really want to, like, sell me a pair. Like, they didn't have stock. But then I was like, hey, can I buy one, like, later? And they're like,
on the second floor.
Yeah. They're like, no, you have to buy from our American distributors. But the thing is, if you buy from the American distributor, it's, like, way more expensive than buying it for Japan. Anyways, it was weird. It was kind of weird. But anyways, the guy's nice. I do like their stuff. I like their boots.
It was a beautiful store.
But they do have more pointy things. So it's one of those things where it's like, is it the right boot for me?
They got pointy shoes in Japan.
They got pointy shoes. They got pointy feet. But yeah, attractions is cool. They do got some cool shoes.
The staff was in costume, so to say. Like they were like they pulled up. I think while you're there, a guy pulled up like on a retro bike with like his.
I have a photograph.
His greased back hair and everything like that. Like, oh my god!
I was walking later through Harajuku, and then the boss, the owner, and then the manager of the store both like pulled up on their motorcycles and like waved hi, and then I like took a picture on my camera.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. But that's true. Yeah, you can like a brand even if it's not for you. That's
true. True. I do love brands, but sometimes, yeah, it's hard. It's hard being a wide foot boy. Terry knows.
Tell me about it. Like I have
easy.
Incredibly wide feet. I'm like they're not like mega big. They're just a size 12. But even then, it's hard to find like a lot of like Japanese brands. But,
this is funny. W Wright says 32 ounce denim canvas shoes. They're not gonna be canvas. But let's just say there may be something in the works. It's not for sale. It's not going to be for sale. But I told you about this. Let's just say there's a thing coming down the line. He's on to something.
Oh.
There's something
He's reading our mind. He's in our head.
Are you looking at my emails?
Yeah. He's in our head.
It's not for sale. Don't get your hopes up. You won't be able to buy it.
Oh.
But it was just it's like a fun little thing. Okay. Fun little thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do one more thing.
Okay.
And then we'll have and then I have to answer the Instagram questions.
All right.
And any of your guys' questions. Then we're going to do snack time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go eat spaghetti at home. Okay?
What kind of spaghetti?
I don't know, regular spaghetti.
Whose spaghetti?
Mom's spaghetti. Which one do you want to look at, Terry? Which one do you prefer?
Maybe... I think the other one is is a big story. We'll save it for another day because we'll be talking.
This one?
Yeah, we'll be talking forever about that.
Okay, let's show this.
Let's go short and sweet over here. I think this is kind of related too. So I guess in honor of the MIJ 14.
Oh, you want me to show us?
Yeah. We'll
like
the MIJ 14.
In comparison, not even comparable.
Yeah. It's on the same theme there. So I dug through the archives.
A little bit neppy, you could say.
Yeah.
Definitely. We've been doing a lot of Nep lately, but Nep is great. So
Nep is great.
Can't have too much Nep.
I was looking for something to catch my eyes there, and I saw in the far corner over here this guy, the King of Nep. He's so neppy that the camera does not really.
The Lord of Nep.
Yeah. This is the King of Nep, I think.
No, it's the Lord of Nep. It just says denim jacket.
It says King of Nep right here.
You know what? It changed the name. The
label is wrong.
We changed the name.
Okay, Lord of Nep. The Lord of Nep. So this is a prototype. It's a sample.
So technically this is the King of Nep, but it was never made.
Yeah, so it's a sample jacket. That's why we have like a leftover over here. And
you can tell because it's a different color. Because it hasn't been washed yet.
Because we haven't done anything quite like this. And I like it because not only is it really wild, but it's also very wearable. It's not like too heavy. It's not too rigid, and it's kind of fun. And almost looks more crazy on the inside than the outside. So I'm gonna open it up here.
Yeah, and to be clear, this is not a new product.
Yeah. We're just showing off an archive.
The Lord of Nep. If you guys remember the Lord of Nep, this was the sample for that.
Do you have a date on the tag over here? No. Yeah, we don't actually. So look how, I'm not too sure you can see how like crazy that is. Maybe on an angle. Look at the fuzz over there.
And then the patch.
Ostrich, of course.
Ostrich leather patch with the, the quill marks.
Yeah, so like sometimes when you have like just a little bit of nip on your jeans, it will rub off with like friction and time like that. But this would never ever rub off. So this was, I think, in conjunction with like the Lord of...
No, the King of Lords came... First there was the King of Slub.
King of Slub.
Then there was the Lord of Nep. And then there was the King of Lords, which combined both.
Yes, there we go. So I just want to show off this neppy jacket over there because it kind of caught my eye and I thought you might think it's kind of cool.
We're working on another neppy project. We already teased it before.
Yeah.
But if you like this and you're bummed that you can't get it, don't worry. We're working on something. If you're a big nep man, nep lady.
The nepotist.
You like nepotism.
Yeah. You're wearing nothing at all.
If you're a nepa baby, get it?
Oh, man. There you go. Yeah, nepo baby. People have been saying nepo babies over here. Absolutely. Okay.
Okay, let's answer the Instagram.
Pop into the grams.
The Instagram questions here.
Crush this guru while you... actually, I'm going to crush this AG1. Not sponsored, but it gives me the energy I need on a busy day.
Oh my god. Alright, question 1. Favorite denim for summer? I'll go first. Ecru, anything white. White ecru jeans works great for summertime. Lightweight preferably, and a looser fit, not too tight. But anything lighter color. It could be light blue actually, but like ultimate is like ecru or white jeans.
Loose.
You
jeans.
like loose?
Loose jeans. Anything. It can be almost any weight as long as it's not tight.
Jameson Keating says, he doesn't even have a question. He just says,
A statement.
I'm going to ride the Shinkansen today.
Right on, my dude.
Enjoy.
I got a phone call from Jovan in like the middle of the day, and he was in 7-Eleven at midnight in Japan, and he asked me what chocolate to get, and I told him to get the Black Thunder.
Oh,
so I felt pretty cool. But yeah, I guess he's just like...
Tell him to get the chocolate, the ice creams with the chocolate coating.
Man, that'll be the next one, to get one of those ice creams. So
the ice cream and the waffle ice cream.
Same energy as...
You guys all need to go to Japan. They're trying to clamp down on the foreigners, but just go over there and enjoy it while you can. Go to the 7-Elevens. It's the best.
Yeah, enjoy.
It's amazing. Looking back... Oh, that's a weird question. New frontier with anti-skew, please. No.
No.
I like leg twist. It's cool. Can you talk more about the new pleated trouser fit? Well, Tammy's in charge of the fit.
Yeah. So Tammy's...
We'll have to wait till Tammy gets on. But it's loose, it's wide, it's pleated. It's got the pleat in it so it can be loose and wide. So if you like the strong guy and you want something even more loose and wide and flowy...
With pleats,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Coming soon to Fall Winter 25 right here. Will Naked Famous Denim ever make a Type 3 vest? So he means a trucker jacket. No, we won't. There's a very low chance we're going to do that.
But there's a very easy chance you can just cut off the sleeves.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a high chance you can turn any of them into a vest.
I think it's even more period correct.
It's cooler. Yeah. You got to cut them off yourself, and there you go.
And then wear it over another denim jacket.
You got to get a tattoo with a heart and like a
sword. The dagger going for
sword
the heart.
through it.
Yeah.
It's required if you wear one of those. Notice all the women's high skinnies are on sale. Is that getting phased out? Yes.
Goodbye, high
all
skinny.
The old women's fits are getting phased out. We got new women's fits.
Yeah, so high skinny is going, Arrow is going, Max is going,
Boyfriend
is going.
The straight the straight.
Yeah, this straight. I don't even think there's any straights
There's-
online. But they're all been sent out to pasture on the way to that farm
Yeah, so
upstate.
if you are a lady or you like ladies' fits or you know a lady who likes ladies' fits, now's the time.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of good deals on the website.
There
if you
are
like the high
deals.
skinny, if you like the max, if you like the classic, if you like the straight, if you like the arrow, it's all on sale.
Yeah.
Right here, right now.
Going up to pasture.
Tat'Yoko.com. Had to pick McQueen or Newman. Cooler dude. Steve McQueen. Easy answer. I don't care. Is there anyone cooler than Steve McQueen? Debatable. That would be
Yeah, alive or dead, yeah.
alive or dead. Ever.
Oh.
Ever.
Ever. It was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
But we don't put, like, you know, he'd have a brand of his own salad dressing.
That makes him cooler, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
When can we expect the Sashiko jacket releases? I don't know.
Yeah, this question.
Coming.
Yeah.
People ask it every week. And
I know.
trust me, I'd love to tell you if I knew. Metallica collab jeans. Probably not. You know what I always think of? Is it Metallica who are like really against like piracy and stuff? They were like super mad about it.
Way back in the day when Napster was like brand new, there's some like really really funny like Metallica anti music piracy.
Yeah. That's why like I like Metallica, but then that like I even have a Metallica shirt, but the fact that they were like so anti piracy, like I get it, but also just like shut up.
Yeah. It didn't like they had some really really cool albums and some really really nice.
They were just
music.
being lame about it. Like come on.
I mean, if you were more of the people.
Yeah, if you're of the people, if you're like metal, I feel like you'd be like, you know,
Yeah.
you know, like Kurt Cobain and stuff. He'd be like, we should never charge him on $20 for a ticket to a concert, and everyone's like, hell yeah, like he's a man of the people, you know.
of the people.
Whereas like Metallica's like, don't download music, you know. It's just like, come on. Anyways,
You had to be there. The year was 1999.
I remember.
Yeah.
14-ounce natural indigo, maybe.
Yeah, slightly heavier natural indigo. I think there's room for a slightly heavier natural indigo. A midweight.
Not a core, but you know, I'm always down for a heavier. I love natural indigo. Natural indigo is great.
Yeah, we should see more. It's a good idea. We need more natural indigo.
Will you do a sit-down year-in review with few staff members for the channel?
That could be a good this
Could
week
be
at Tat+Yoko
interesting.
episode.
Yeah.
For like, you know, like in like December, January. We did that like a few years ago. It was kind of like we talked about our favorite jeans, you know, what we did right, what we want to do in the future. I think it could be a good this week at Tat+Yoko video.
Godzilla jackets? No Godzilla jackets. MIJ next week? No.
But maybe the week after.
Maybe the week after. Any natural dyes coming in the future? Yes. Natural indigo and the kakishibu.
The most
Both
natural.
natural.
Indigo. The most natural of indigos.
So yes, there is coming. Have you ever considered work vests or aprons? We have some Tat+Yoko aprons, but they're for like staff. So we do have
I
that.
think we gave them away.
No, we didn't give them away.
Yeah.
We have a few, but no, basically no, I don't think so. I'm considering getting my t-shirts hemmed. How do I determine the proper length? Well, there's no proper length. It is up to you and your personal preference. But I'll tell you what I do, my personal preferences. Hopefully this t-shirt... Oh yeah, it does kind of... This is one of my longer t-shirts. But I like to get it somewhere between... Basically, I'm not wearing a belt right now. But I at least make sure that it's covering the belt. If it's not covering the belt, your t-shirt, in my opinion, is too short. So I want it to be at least covering the belt.
Yeah, that's the after hours.
But I try not to go any longer than the pocket here. So the bottom of the pocket here. So this one is just kind of like on the very longest, or like as long as I would go. This is one of my like more kind of loosey-goosey, relaxed t-shirts. But ideally, the length that I like to go is somewhere between here and here. Anywhere in here, I feel like is reasonable. And then you also just won't want to like, you know, you can raise your arms and check. And if your belly starts to show when you raise your arm, maybe a little too short.
Yeah.
But, you know, kind of...
Or get a piercing so you got something to show off.
Or a tattoo.
Yeah, a tattoo.
Tramp stamp.
Yeah, tramp stamp on the gut, or like maybe like a surprise face right around your belly button. So every time you lift up your shirt, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I think between the belt and the pocket. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. Other people may, but that's how I like it, and I think it's pretty flattering. It doesn't look too short, but it doesn't look too long. Because if your shirt's too long, your torso becomes long and your legs become short, and it looks bad.
Look like.
But you don't want to go too short either, right?
Yeah, no,
because then you look like a goofy.
Yeah, little after hours nightclub.
Yeah, exactly. So be careful. You can always trim a little bit more.
We call it the Berlin cut.
I would do like take one shirt, hem it, test it, and if you like it, then you just copy that and do the rest.
Yeah, or test it out with like a cheap shirt from a thrift shop or something.
Yeah. Okay, would you ever redo the vintage nudes? Yes.
Yes.
There is something in the works. It's not going to be necessarily... It's different. It's different. Same, but different.
Yeah, same, but different. We'll leave it at that.
It's going to be cool, though. You're going to like it. It's going to be tasteful. Okay. Raised by Wolves collab. Love the Vulgar series. We probably... I don't know. We may do another Raised by Wolves collaboration. True. Could do that. Will we have more vulgar denim? Yes.
It's a fantastic
I think last time we talked about having Japanese...
The curse words.
Or maybe like English words, but phonetically translated to Japanese.
I like that idea a lot.
On the inside. So, yes. The vulgar is not going away. The vulgar is one of our best fabrics.
Max was wearing it today, and it looked the Peace and Love, which is the same fabric. And
it's Strong Guy one?
Yeah, so good on him.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that there's a few fabrics that we have that I think are super underrated and, like they don't get enough attention, but they're actually just fade amazingly. And the vulgars are one of them. It's one of those like, if you want something that's, it doesn't have to be heavyweight, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but you want something that's going to fade and just look like amazing.
Yeah.
The vulgar is that. Or the Peace and Love, or Love and Peace.
Yeah, or the Vulgar 1, 2, 3, or Love and Peace, any one of those.
Yeah.
The staff or the Belle Provence.
Yeah, the Belle Provence, yeah, it's the same. The fabric, is one of my favorites. It's got this like kind of crosshatch grainy texture to it, and the blue is just so nice once it fades.
The staff members here do enjoy wearing it, like Max and Justin, so more than one.
Yeah, take it from me. Don't sleep on the Love and Peace. They're good. Why is Terrence so goated?
Why am I so goated?
I know the reason. He sticks to a very strict diet of goat-based products. Goat cheese, goat milk. I like goat meat as well.
Goat meat. I've eaten a lot. I have goat my time. I like a good goat curry. No lie, I do like a good goat curry.
Same.
I had some lamb dumplings the other day. That wasn't lamb. That was goat for sure. That was mutton I had. That's probably why I'm goated. Eat all the goat.
Okay, and the last question: Will we be restocking the MIJ line soon? We already kind of answered that question. So yes, but no, but yes. Yeah. Lots of MIJs coming. Don't worry. Just no MIJ 12s. Curry, not for.
I'm sorry, Solvents. We're gonna leave that typo as is. Oh no! How unfortunately funny.
Okay.
On that bombshell, shall we have a snack?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
It's snack time. Where's our?
Where did it go?
Here it is. Okay, so it's a snack o'clock over here in Montreal land, and we're gonna pull out a little bit of a twist on a Canadian classic. So this is a treat that you can only really find here up in Canada, and it has a hilarious 2020 style flavor variation of it there. When I saw this at Walmart, Garrett, I laughed out loud.
Yeah, we went to Walmart because we had to buy supplies for the This Week at Tat+Yoko episode where we made sock puppets. So I had to go there to buy sock puppet making supplies, like pipe cleaners and things.
It comes in one bag.
Yeah, you can get all the things you need in one bag for
solved problem.
$4. Anyways, we were in the checkout line, and I was like, "Hey, well, look at those!" And then they're like, "What is this?" And we're like, "Oh, we gotta try this. It's gonna be so funny."
It's ridiculous, but I had to buy it. So it's the Coffee Crisp Cold Brew Edition.
Mega.
Yeah. So
what is Coffee Crisp? For the people who don't know.
Coffee Crisp is a candy chocolate bar.
Wafer.
With a wafer core and like a coffee flavor and like milk chocolate on the outside. So it's a nice crunch coffee flavor. It's sweet, it's chocolatey, it's crunchy, it's coffee-y. You know, classic recipe.
It's very good.
It's just a nice candy bar. One of my favorites over there, right?
It's weird that you don't have in the States.
Yeah. And then the cold brew edition just seems so utterly ridiculous.
Like, will it taste any different?
Am I going to get like the subtle flavor variations of cold brew? Or...
You know what we should have done is bought a regular coffee crisp so you could do an A/B comparison.
The whole thing it just seemed a little silly, but I gotta try it. Maybe they're just gonna crank up the coffee flavor a little bit more. Maybe they really did take cold brew, like steeped coffee, and put it out there because it's it can be quite nice. The flavor is absolutely different. I've made a lot of cold brew in my time. Tends to be pretty strong on the caffeine front. It really extracts it out there pretty well. You just let it sit overnight.
Is it less acidic?
It's more tea-like. It is more tea-like there, but still plenty strong. The problem with cold brew is that you really don't get like the best out of the beans. So like cheaper beans can still be pretty good. Just don't be using that dark roast stuff.
I went to a fancy cafe the other day and I asked for a decaf. The guy's like, "Oh yeah, I got such a good decaf right now. Try it." So he makes me like a little thing, and I have it, and I'm like, oh, it's one of those like really fruity, acidic coffees, and like
fancy cafe and fruity coffee is the same thing. That's what you're there for.
I'm just the worst. I don't like expensive coffee. I think I don't want cheap coffee, but I don't want the really expensive one where it tastes like just acid. You know?
Yeah, you just gonna have like base. I guess you can go there and ask for like their darkest roast or darker roast. I mean, it's true. Some cafes.
I think we need to chop it in half with this Higo no Kami knife.
Okay, go for it. It's gonna
slice
the coffee.
Oh, it's actually cutting really. Hold on to it. Hold on to this side. Oh yeah. Oh, it just broke right through there.
There we go. So.
Denim Higo no Kami knife, by the way. Still got a few left.
All right, we'll have another coffee nerd talk next episode.
Ooh, it smells pretty coffee.
It does feel like they've kind of twisted the.
I think it smells more coffee than the regular coffee crisp.
I think they turned the dial up to from like 5 to 8 or something. Well, cheers.
It's soft. Is this softer than normal? Toffee crisp in the UK. Interesting. Fruity coffee. People love fruity coffee. I don't know. I don't mind fruity coffee. It's the acid. And then it has this like acidic aftertaste. It just sits on my tongue. And it just tastes sour.
This is really tasty. But I'm not too sure I can tell the difference between this and a regular coffee crisp. Not by itself. It tastes like a regular coffee crisp.
I think it's just a little bit more coffee flavored. I like this though. I really like it. I would get this again.
I would absolutely get this. As far as a candy bar, this is probably one of my favorite.
It's very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this probably tastes better than the regular one, if I had to say.
Yeah. Maybe it is a premium one. Maybe it's made on like a separate line, a separate production line.
I think you're right. They just put a little more coffee flavor into it, which is good because I feel like the normal one is not coffee-y enough. Very good.
You can definitely see there's some like coffee nerd there. I was a coffee nerd for a little while there. One of Garrett's friends of theirs like makes his living being a coffee nerd, and a nice living at that. That's pretty good. I really, really do like this one over there. I'm gonna give this. I just love coffee crisp a lot. I'm gonna give it a base out score 7.888 repeating chocolates out of 10. Excellent.
I think I'll give it a 7.3 repeating.
Repeating.
It's good. It's almost a little bit too sweet though for me.
It's still
I could dial the sweet back just a little bit.
For like a premium one, like a black label coffee crisp.
Like if they made it a little bit more bitter.
Like
adult flavor.
Like a dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Extra coffee. Be really cool. The black label.
A dark chocolate cover on that
would be
perfect.
Yes.
They should hire us at Nestle.
That's pretty good. And I'm going to say this off. When are we ever going to try surströmming? Like that Icelandic fermented shark.
Oh,
hopefully
send
never.
send us some.
I mean, I don't think you can mail it. It's like considered like biological warfare. It could be like an act of war.
It'll
an
slip.
act of war from like Iceland to
It'll slip through.
Iceland to Canada.
Do they have it in Denmark? Maybe I could try it in Denmark. They probably don't even have it there.
I'm sure it's easier to find in Denmark than it is to find here. Pretty good. It is
All
sweet.
right. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, as
Yes.
usual. Again, don't forget, hit the like button.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it if you do. Thank you very much.
Yeah, great turnout today. Humongous amount of lights. Really had a lot of fun chatting with you guys. I just want to put a little note in here. Just a note aside here. I see a lot of really, really nice comments on the YouTube chains, on like the Instagram, especially on the orders. Some of you guys send some like really, really nice comments on the orders, and I do try to like write stuff, but sometimes I can't. It's not me personally who writes everything. So I just want to say a big thank you to everybody out there who does engage with us there. Like I read all these funny stories, and I appreciate everything there. Like happy stories about like weddings and marriages. You know who you are. Congratulations. And it just makes the day a little brighter. So continue to spread that love. That's my message. Spread the love. Be happy. Make someone else happy. And yeah, I appreciate that, and I'm sure other people do too.
Yeah. You guys make it worth it.
All right, that's
Anyways.
all for now. See you next week. Same time, same place.
See you then.
Bye bye.